What's up guys, it's Dippets again, back with another preview of Elemental for 5.3, and this time I'll also do some preview on enhancement as well. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, and first I'll be talking about Elementals, because that's the spec that I like to play. They're getting a couple changes, nothing that's too huge, but definitely some needed stuff that will go a long ways, I believe. So the first change is going to be the removal of the glyph of lightning bolt, and right now that glyph will allow you to cast lightning bolt while you're running, but it gives you a 5% increase on the cast time on it. So they're removing that glyph and they're changing it to glyph of lightning shield. This glyph is going to reduce all damage taken for 6 seconds by 10% every time that you're struck, so this is pretty big, and this is something that we needed for a while, which is passive damage reduction. This will also translate for enhancement as well, because they both use the lightning shield. So the second change that we're going to be getting is that they're just rolling the lightning bolt into shamans that cast while running, and they're also removing the 5% cast increase on it. So that's a little bit of a buff as well. You can cast it while moving, and no longer is it going to cost you extra time to cast it. And so those are the changes for Elemental. Like I said, it's not too many, but it's a couple of needed changes, I think, that will help them out. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about enhancement here for a minute, as they're getting 4 pretty good changes all in the way of damage. So I think they're going to be pretty good next patch. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with enhancement. The first one for enhancement is going to be Feral Spirit is no longer going to be able to be snared. So your wolves that you summon on your cooldown no longer can be snared, and so that's pretty good because they can stay on the target and keep damage going. Another thing, Lava Lash is now going to deal 300% damage of your weapon, up from 250. So it's not a huge buff, but it's another one of those buffs where a few of these kind of little small buffs can really make a class strong. And Lava Lash is also one of your harder hitting spells, so it's nice that will hit a little bit harder. They're still getting 2 more buffs after that. Mental Quickness is now going to convert 65% of the Shaman's attack power to spell power, and that's up from 55%, so that's a 10% increase. That's pretty good as well. And the last buff that they're going to be getting is Storm Strike, and this is a pretty good buff. This is going to be 450% weapon damage, and that's up from 375%, which is large. It's your hardest hitting spell, and I believe that this is going to be a nice buff for them, and they're going to be doing a lot of damage because of it. Like I said before above, when I was talking about the enhancement or the elemental changes, the glyph of lightning shield is going to affect enhancement as well. Since they use it, they'll probably also use the shield, because elemental and enhancement right now, they kind of take the D, so it'll be a nice change for them to, not take so much D. So since I got some time left in this video before it's over, I'll go ahead and talk about some of the PvP overall changes that they're going to be making in 5.3. All characters right now have 0 base resilience, but they're changing that so that all characters have a base resilience of 65%, which basically means that everybody's going to have resilience right out of the gate. Gear's only going to matter for damage now, pretty much, and so that should help for people who are under-geared probably to stay okay with everybody else. They're changing battle fatigue. Right now it reduces the effectiveness of healing by 30%, and they're buffing that by 15%, so people carrying the flag are going to take a lot more D, and they're going to die a lot faster. No more turtling the flag in RPGs. PvP power is getting buffed for everybody. Healing specializations are going to receive 100% extra bonus from the PvP power. All of the hybrid specs, druids, monks, shamans, priests, pallies, are all going to receive a 70% bonus on their healing from PvP power. And All other specializations, including the tank specializations, are going to receive a 40% bonus. So mages, tanks, locks, things like that, they're all going to get a 40% bonus. Overall, I think that these changes are pretty good. I do like the base resilience thing, and I do like the PvP power changes, and especially for the hybrids, as the hybrids healing, besides Pallies and Priest right now, is somewhat weak for the hybrids, so I like these changes. And so this is going to go ahead and wrap it up for me on this video, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to sub and like, comment, favorite, share, all that business. This has been Dip It's been great, and I'll see you in the next video.